What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Kief coming back with another video today, man. And we watching a video on, we're reacting to a video on some boys in Florida City. Look like they got in like a high speed or some shit. Y'all better stop. For those who know, y'all better stop sleeping on them boys from Florida City, bro. So any of them boys down south, I'm saying, I know a nigga right now from the city. Like, oh, y'all boys ain't know nothing down south and shit. I was like, shit, I ain't know nothing personally, but some of these boys out here ruthless as fuck. Just can't be, you know what I'm saying? It's talking all that shit, but we gonna get right into it, bro. You know what I'm saying?
We want to take you to this breaking news alert right now. This is in Northwest Miami-Dade. Your eyes are on that white four-door Charger. We're getting information from our desk here, but we're watching this four-door white Charger on the turnpike right now, involved
like down
in what
south,
we believe to be some sort of police chase. And as you can see from these live pictures from Sky 10, that car is driving at a very high rate of speed. Now, we're working right now to give you the exact location of where this is, but we do know the last point of contact was on the turnpike. It looks like that car, though, right now, getting off at an exit there.
Like that.
Bear with us here as we work with our news
Yo, if y'all see my story, I think I made a story time about like me slide, like, yo, it's the same. It's the same road, bro. Yo, what did they do? I was like, when I slid bros on a bike, no boys gotta look out to this shit though, like. Bro, it took the same route, bro.
To get an exact location of where this is. Bro, that car got off the turnpike. Looks like it's turning back. It looks like it might be getting back onto the turnpike. So we did say Northwest Miami-Dade. This looks like this is actually Southwest Miami-Dade. Again, we're watching this live chase with you right now. So bear with us while we get all that information for you. So if you're just joining us live, we are watching very closely this white four-door.
Pause this shit. I promise you, the only reason they got caught, cause I think they get caught, cause off the thumbnail by itself, like you can tell, but it's just cause of the helicopter. If it was no helicopter, then the boys would have got away with that shit. I promise you, them boys got away, cause the police down there not sliding like that at all.
Door Charger on the turnpike, speeding on the turnpike right now. Looks like it's part of some sort of police chase now. How it came to this chase, we are still working to get those details on all of this. Do we have the exact location of where this is? We just know this is on the turnpike, again, in Southwest Miami-Dade. If you know someone who may be on this route or could be taking this route, let them know about the situation, because this car is driving at a very high rate of speed. At one point, that car got off on an exit, but then got back on the turnpike. That car continuing to drive very fast. Looks like, again, this is in Southwest Miami-Dade.
And whoever was on this shit, I don't know what time it is, but they lucky because that shit you
back
getting
on the turnpike at 200
like, rush hour time.
Street heading southbound. So this car is heading southbound. At last check, it got back on at 216th Street, heading southbound on the turnpike. So as you are joining us now, we are watching this Dodge Charger speeding south on the turnpike right now. And we do understand that this is all part of some sort of police situation. We do know police are close behind. They've been monitoring this car. We did see a chopper overhead as well. Now, what exactly has led up to the situation? Why this car is?
But you see, like there's no police chasing them. It's literally just a helicopter. Like the police is not like
trying to evade police. So what exactly happened, we don't know. We also do not know how many people may or may not be inside that vehicle right now. But again, heading down the turnpike, this is southbound. Obviously driving at a high rate of speed. At last check, that car got back on the turnpike at 216th Street. So no doubt it will be shortly heading towards Florida City and Homestead area right now. So looks like the car is driving on the shoulder as it's passing several
Why
cars.
you keep getting on the
assignments
shoulder
at
though?
Homestead Air
Like,
Reserve Base, so it's near that
what you
area
trying to
right
do?
now as it is heading southbound in the Homestead area. Right there, we
You
were
better off
kind
just
of
driving in the road, car.
southwest again.
Bro,
Looking
just
at
stay
those
on the
exits that
road.
look like exit 6 there on the
I
turnpike
ain't gonna
south.
lie.
I think was the
There's
last
other
sign we
bruh
saw. So
spook,
heading
he don't know
toward
how to cut up for real.
exit. As we can watch these exit signs again, trying to get all this
I'll be
info for you.
spooked too. I'll be
Passing
scared as fuck
exit
too. I am
6
not acting
on
like
the
I wouldn't be.
southbound
I won't
right now,
even
passing by Homestead.
shit,
So
but
again, this car
gotta,
heading
like,
southbound
cut up, nigga.
on the turnpike, just passing exit 6
Yeah, take
on the
off. Can't
turnpike
you-
in the
get on the
Homestead
shoulder?
area. Looks like it's also passing
you-
an exit where
Bro,
there
them big ass
is
gaps, bro.
a rest stop. So right now you're joining us. This car, obviously driving very fast, 288th Street, Southwest 288th Street, just passing 288th Street exit.
That is fine.
So we don't know exactly what
was
led up to
not
this
far from my crib
situation.
at all.
We're working to get details with police, but right now we want to follow this situation to hopefully this all comes to a peaceful end. But it looks like this car again is really dodging through traffic. It is going in and out of different lanes. It is
Now you
driving
go,
on the
yeah.
shoulder, even at one point
Now you
getting
take
off
off,
the
get
exit
back on the road,
and getting
folks.
back on the turnpike. So this car driving very fast, trying to avoid police. Right now, it is on the shoulder, avoiding all the cars ahead. Looks like some of the cars seem to be slowing down and stopping, probably aware of the situation as I see this car driving at a very high rate of speed. We did just see that car pass 288th Street exit as it is continuing down. And it looks like there are police set up in the area. But this car is just going to keep going.
Keep going. That's a Timmy on that bitch too.
Continues to try to evade police. It is
I know
going
you see
in
them
and
little,
out of these
little
lanes.
out of them.
This four-door white Charger. We don't know how many people inside this car. We also don't know what led up to this situation in the first place. We have seen a chopper overhead, and we've seen several police cars along the route here on the turnpike southbound. In the Homestead area right now, the last exit we saw it pass was 288th Street. We're working to see if we can get another sign here from the chopper and get an idea of exactly where it is. But as you can see, this car just sort of going straight ahead on the shoulder, just continuing to speed, passing all these cars. Looks like some of those cars are slowing down, probably aware of what is going on. So if you're just joining us right now, you're watching this live with us. We're going through this live with you in Southwest Miami-Dade. This apparent police chase of some sort on the turnpike southbound in the Homestead area. The last exit we saw this car pass was 288th Street. That car driving at a very high rate of speed and really in some situations getting quite dangerous as it is switching lanes quickly. There are obviously plenty of other cars out on the roadway right now. This car many times driving on the shoulder. I'm getting information from our producers as we continue to watch the situation. And as many of you know, the turnpike southbound will eventually dump to Florida City and then eventually US 1. So the turnpike does come to an end. Now, this is a route that you'd be familiar with if you head to the Keys, which you would head south on the turnpike, and then eventually in Florida City, it becomes US 1, and then from US 1, you can continue on into the Keys. So that is the route we are watching. That seems to be the direction this car is heading. So anyone who's ever been to the Keys, you're familiar with this route as the turnpike passes through Homestead, eventually finishes off in Florida City, and then continues on to US 1. So that is what we're waiting for, because no doubt once that car does make it to US 1, once it gets to Florida City, we are expecting to see some pretty heavy traffic, because at any given moment, US 1 does have a lot of cars on the roadway, but you can see this car continuing to just drive around any vehicles that seem to be in its way, and really just keeps going fast. So now we're at US 1. There will be stoplights here, so we'll see what this car does once it hits some of the lights. Looks like it just continues to go forward, making this right turn as there is a police car
this is
very
not gonna
close
end well
behind this car, passing a gas station right now.
Ain't really much.
But it doesn't seem like this car is obeying any traffic rules, not only by its speed, but also not listening to those traffic signals, just continuing to drive down here at a very high rate of speed. Thankfully, we don't see, well, now we see cars, but passing these intersections, looks like it's driving into a parking lot of sorts, or still on the roadway there, but it looks like there are some businesses in the area. No doubt police are very close behind this car. It's going to be a little hard for this car to avoid police now that it's in an area that requires lots of turns off of US 1. driving around where there are some businesses, but driving at a very high rate of speed right
was
now.
not on
In
him,
Florida City, we are trying to work on an exact street that this car is on, but it's made several turns. Looks like it's going to keep going straight, though, not making any more turns, and looks like it's passing several businesses.
But
some other cars getting out of the way here, knowing that this is indeed
help
a
out,
dangerous
though, too.
situation.
Like,
And it
he
looks
could
like a
turn,
residential area. There are some houses
the corner,
in this area as well, but as we
the
look
police cars are not keeping up
behind
that
this
shit.
car, if
It's
you're
only the
able to see, I
helicopter
do
that's gonna
see
tell
a
them where he
police
at.
car very close behind this white four-door Dodger. Making getting out of the car. Looks like there's 4 people running out of the car.
The boy's sliding. And they the chosen ones.
2 heading in one direction, the other 2 in a different one. So we're staying on with these 2 right now. Running into a wooded area. Chopper above. We do know 2 other people ran in different directions. So 4 people got out of the car. 2 went right, 2 went left. And hopefully we're hoping police can get an eye on these people, but it looks
the boys hopped out. The boys out of the weapon rack. Yo.
You're able to see, I do see a police car very close behind this white four-door Dodger.
They know the fuck they at.
Making,
Look. Y'all can see my mouth. This man right here, Brad, try it. Look at this nigga form. This nigga form is crazy. That boy crazy, God. Yo, this nigga form is too crazy. That boy red track. I swear to God, he red track. Or he played football or something. Like, bro, this boy form too crazy. Out the gate. He gone. He ain't gonna go. This man right here, he running kind of funny.
Getting out of the car.
This is why I
it looks like there's
that
4
boy
people running out of the car.
I don't know what he dropped, bro.
4 people, 2 heading in one direction, the other 2 in a different one.
So
we're staying on with these.
Hold
on. If you're able to see, I do see a police car very close behind this white four-door Dodger. Getting out of the car. Looks like there's 4 people running out of the car. 4 people, 2 heading in one direction. We're hoping police can get an eye on these people, but it looks like they ran into a wooded area right now, Christy.
And Denise, while you've been watching and monitoring the situation, we want to let people know that when these folks were on the turnpike, we understand that they threw out of the car some sort of an assault weapon, and our crew nearby, Syra Onwer, is going to be getting us that video of that. They actually were right in that area when the assault weapon.
So the thumbnail was the parked car like that. I thought they had got caught, but apparently, obviously not. Well, we don't know yet, but
went flying out of the car.
So obviously a situation here, but as we're looking right now, looks like police may be closing in or trying to look through this area. So this is in Southwest Miami-Dade, Florida City. They were on US 1, made a couple of turns, ending up in this field, really, as we're very familiar with Southwest Miami-Dade, Christy. We know there's a lot of farm areas there, a lot of vegetation. It's very easy for people to hide in this area.
Very easy to hide. Again, you said 4 people jumped out of this vehicle that we see right there at the intersection. They were obviously having some car difficulty with smoking there. The police on the scene are looking for these folks scattered in 4 different directions. And took off running from this car. We're not exactly sure where this all originated, where the original crime scene was, but
everybody coming outside. What's going on?
Fast on the turnpike.
We on the news.
And at one point, they were heading northbound on the turnpike. Then they got off the turnpike, turned around, started to head southbound. So, like you said, Christy, we don't know where this all originated from. We just know that this chase really mainly was on the turnpike. And as we're looking here, this is a residential area. Obviously, this is drawing a whole lot of attention as we can see people in this neighborhood walking out of their houses, no doubt seeing that police activity and hearing the commotion going on. So this is a residential area. So we're working to try to get you the exact street of this. Bear with us as this was all very fluid. The car making several turns off of US 1, but we do know this is in the Florida City area.
It is. In fact, I'm just getting the address. This is Northwest 5th Avenue and 13th Street. Again, Northwest 5th Avenue and 13th Street. That is the area right now. And so if you have loved ones in this area, this would be a very good time to tell them to stay put, get in a house, because there are at least 4 suspects out there on the run, and probably not the best of folks. Probably pretty dangerous fellas there. So again, Northwest 5th Avenue and 13th Street, a very wooded field area. police are combing the area right now, but being very careful as well, because we don't know if any of these men are armed.
And we did mention how you said that our reporters, Syra Onward, just happened to be by when they saw these suspects, or really these men, throw out what appeared to be some sort of weapon. But we don't know if there are other weapons involved. So again, a very delicate situation. As you can see, several police cars getting into this area. We do know that at least 2 of those people
I think that
ran
shit
into
probably like
this
slipped
area,
out. I don't think they
but the
threw
other
that
2
shit.
ran in the opposite direction. Looks like police are running right now, so they may have a lead. We're going to watch this with you, but of course, bear with us as we continue to gather up this information. You are watching this live with us. All of this going down in Florida City. They bailed out of that car in an intersection at a neighborhood, but then they ended up in this field right now, and lots of places for them to hide. But the police do have a chopper overhead, so I'm sure they've got a bird's eye view of these men. And again, there's 4 men that got out of that car,
and they scattered
in
4 different directions. So it's a very large scene that they're looking at right now. Again, Northwest 5th Avenue and 13th Street is the area that we are told is of concern right now. That's where they bailed out of their vehicle that had been going up and down. Does that look like they've got somebody?
I think it is, yes. I believe they have at least 1 person handcuffed there.
They got one?
Looking at here, we're zoomed out right now, but when we were zoomed in, it looked like he had his hands behind his back. So it looks like they may have 1 person handcuffed right now. That's what it seems to be right now.
In custody? Yeah, okay. We can definitely tell that somebody is handcuffed.
Yes, and it looks like they're walking that man. But again, there were 4 people in total, so we don't know if they've found all of them,
not snitch.
Or if, again, they scattered and they ran pretty quickly when we saw them bail out of that car. So police definitely having to go in different directions to try to follow this situation and figure out what's going on. And very important to mention, and we said this, we don't know exactly how this all started, why it started, why these men decided to try to run from police. That's information we're working on right now. We have a lot of people on our news desk making calls. Syra Onward is also trying to get to this scene as she kind of saw some stuff.
2 in custody.
All of them.
Now 2 people are in custody. And Syra was actually on her way down to the Florida City area because, as Jeff Winter had mentioned and brought us breaking news during our news show, there was a report of a shooting in that area. So Syra was on her way to that shooting scene when she happened upon the car chase. We're not sure at this point if these 2 things are connected.
Yeah, but both obviously 2 situations going on in Florida City. This one being the one that we are watching right now. Again, that seems to be one of the men. They have handcuffs, so we know at least 2. 3.
We are now getting word that 3 people have been taken into custody. 3 of the 4 who bailed out of that car at Northwest 5th Avenue. Our noon show, there was a in custody. I'm being told now 2 people are in custody. Brought us breaking news during our news show.
Right
there
on
was
the
a report
hood
of a shooting in that area. So Syra was on her way to that shooting scene when she happened upon the car chase. We're not sure at this point if these 2 things are connected.
School police too.
But both obviously 2 situations going on in Florida City. This one being the one that we are watching right now. Again, that seems to be one of the men. They have handcuffs, so we know at least 2. 3. We are now getting word that 3 people have been taken into custody. 3 of the 4 who bailed out of that car at Northwest 5th Avenue and 13th Street. So 3 are in custody.
That's probably day whip.
Are handcuffed and are being questioned, and they are still looking at, we think, for a 4th individual.
Right, because we saw when they bailed out of that car, all of them scattering in different directions, running quite quickly. So we are seeing, we're waiting to see if they get that 4th person in custody. Again, this area, even though it is a residential area, a lot of greenery here, a lot of farmlands here, which is very typical of the Florida City area. So lots of places for these people to hide. But it does look like police got a good grip on this situation. There is a chopper flying overhead.
Set up a perimeter very quickly, and we're able to kind of close in on those individuals. Again, 3 out of the 4
they got bro in white hoodie
are in custody at this point. We don't know where the original starting spot of the 4 that we know of, who we know of, are in custody at this point. We don't know where the
lots of places for these people to hide, but it does look like police got a good grip on this situation. There is a chopper flying overhead.
Set up a perimeter very quickly, and we're able to kind of close in on those individuals. Again, 3 out of the 4 that we know of, who we know of, are in custody at this point.
3 out of the 4?
Where the original starting spot was, where this, the first crime happened, and why they were on the run, but they did go north at a very high rate of speed on the turnpike, got off for a time, got back on the turnpike, and headed back down to Florida City. And that's where it ended, at Northwest 5th Avenue and 13th Street.
And during that chase, this car was driving at a very high rate of speed, going in and out of different lanes, at one point even driving on the shoulder. A very dangerous situation for anyone.
Amazing that doesn't look like anybody on the turnpike got into any kind of an accident as a result.
And thankfully so.
They do it on the regular.
And even when the turnpike sort of ends and ends at Florida City and then US 1, there were a lot of stoplights there, and this car just kept going very fast. And thankfully, again, didn't seem like this car hit any cars or anyone in this area. So do we have?
Well, actually, what I believe I'm being told by one of our producers in my ear right now is that we have a picture of that weapon that Syra was able to get for us. So you can see that right on the side of the road.
You dropped the whole stick.
Some video.
This was slowing them down.
Out of that suspect's car.
Looks like a long gun that they threw out of the window. But like
I personally, for y'all know, I'm in the army. I personally ran with one of these rifles. That shit can get heavy after a little minute. that shit start weighing your ass down. That shit only like 14 pounds, I think. But shit, you get to running, you gotta The boys shot that.
We mentioned,
shit.
Christy,
Damn.
we don't know if this was the only weapon they had, if they had other weapons, and very important to note that we don't even know why this all started in the first place. So that's information that we're working on.
That's the craziest
part.
And
we don't know the exact location of where this all started, because at one point these men were driving north on the turnpike, but then they turned around and started heading south on the turnpike. So it looks like they were doing whatever they could to just avoid police, driving very fast and just trying to find an area like here in Florida City,
like a wooded area where they could
jump
get out,
out
and try to hide. As soon as we can get Syra on the phone or on video here, we will try to get to her and talk to her and see if she can give us a little bit more information about what she saw. But we do have Syra on. We're one of our reporters heading in this direction, and she should be there shortly.
And as we're looking right now live again here in Florida City, this residential area, but also some farmlands here as well, we see a very heavy police presence. Looks like multiple agencies are assisting in this situation. And we do know at least 3 people have been handcuffed. They have been taken into custody.
Of course, you got Burr right here recording.
We're trying to confirm if that 4th person is still out there or if they have been able to locate that 4th person. But as we are looking at these live pictures, looks like police are all gathering in this intersection.
They already got it on the news, buddy. Don't see a lot of
urgency from this view, so it is possible that that 4th person has been found, or they at least know the location. And as you're looking at this split screen, that was the moment where all 4 of those men just took off running in different directions. And from this view, you could see these 2 men run behind what appears to be some sort of apartment complex here, running in this wooded area. And that's sort of where we lose them from Sky 10. But we do know police had their own chopper up there, so they have been able to watch this all unfold.
So this is the news chopper
in bird's eye view. So far, we know 3 men we saw in handcuffs. They have been taken into police custody.
I just thought it was that one chopper.
We are working to see if the 4th person is still hiding. Are they still looking? Okay.
Looking, as far as we can tell, they're still looking for a 4th person. And again, we are efforting to get Syra on. We're on the phone because she saw some of this unfolding as she was making her way down to Florida City to cover a shooting that had happened earlier in the day.
And that was important to note because our Jeff Wines here was reporting on that shooting in Florida City during our noon newscast. We do know that it was in an area nearby a school.
Busy down
we
there,
have no idea if these 2 situations are connected. We just know there was a shooting at Florida City, and then there was this situation that took place fairly near the turnpike, because at one point going north, the next point going south. So we don't know exactly how this all started, why this created a police chase, or what these men exactly did or what happened on the right.
I'm trying to find out.
Dozens, I would say, out here right
to that scene, and you get more information for us. Right now, though, you are looking at that moment where
suspects. We'll get more information. We have crews.
Yeah, so for all we know, they only caught the 3 out of the 4. Them niggas better not snitch on whoever got away. Like, y'all just wasn't fast enough. Shit. But man, this shit crazy, boy. That's all I could tell y'all boys. Y'all boys just stay safe, man. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for tuning in. Man, y'all boys just stay safe. Thanks for tuning in. I'm gonna be back with another one. Peace.